Hey, folks. So, I'm just sitting at home, doing my little daily deal and everything. And I'm listening to videos and whatnot. When all of a sudden, I run across this guy, David Feldman. Uh, wow. He hit the nail on the head. So, I'm going to let y'all check this news out that Feldman is publicizing. For those who think Trump got the election in a slam dunk and all of that, I mean, apparently y'all got your head in the sand like an ostrich and you ain't been paying attention to nothing. So let me educate you.
Absolute loyalty to Donald Trump. Everything, and I mean everything, is riding on this election for Donald Trump. This is his final battle. He's called it such. And the debate on Tuesday was Donald Trump's last chance to turn it around. He failed. And now he's letting everyone know, everyone in the Republican Party, everyone around him, I will destroy you. I will bring the entire Republican Party down with me if I lose.
Now, how can you support somebody like this? I mean, honestly, this guy is ridiculous. Hold on. Yeah, as I was saying, how could you support somebody like that? All he is a spoiled brat. That's it. That's it. He's a spoiled little brat who, just like any other person you look throughout history, all these crazy people doing all this crazy stuff, when really what happened on that Saturday to him, too bad dude was a poor shot, because that would have ended all of this nonsense. I mean, it's ridiculous. And this guy's a nobody. Y'all foolish and you stupid to let him command you. He has no authority for real. He was just put in position. So all of this stuff he's touting means nothing really. Because, man, please, I could make him myself whimper like a little girl, grab him by the throat. He's nothing. Why would you follow this dude? That make you nothing. If you follow Trump, you just as big of a chump as Trump is. Just as big. A nothing, nobody. You dumb, stupid. Especially if you broke. If you don't have money and you support Trump, you're a flunky, because the Republicans are the slave masters from old. You ain't know? Do your research. Ask Google, what has the Republican Party ever done to benefit the American people? You know what the answer is? Freed the slaves. But wait, that wasn't them. That was the Democrats when they were called the Republicans. Yeah. So actually, the Republicans have done nothing to benefit the American people. Nothing at all. So why would you support them? Why? Especially since this Project 2025 is trying to turn America back into slavery times. Because actually, we already at slavery times. Big business, all the former slave masters, because you know the slave masters took all that money they made from slavery and created a new slavery. It was called big business. Because think about it. The ratio of effort versus return is the same for them, big business versus labor, as it was for the slave master versus the slave, compared to the slave. You know what I'm saying? Big business is the new slave master. The working man is the new slave. And if the Republicans get back in office, they're going to bring back slavery full force. But not just for the African. No, for everybody. Yes, all of y'all. You already being exploited on your job. That's why I came up with the idea of whatever you make, double the rate. We need to have a sit-in, a sit-down boycott, however you want to explain it. But we need to do it, and we need to do it fast. But see, it's going to be hard trying to organize it because you know how people are. That's how come they've been getting away with the stuff they've been doing, because average person not too bright, you know? And it's really up to us who know better to do better and help these people who don't know. But now when they don't want to listen, I understand why you say F them. But when you say F them, you saying F yourself, because you are them and they are you. We are one. You know what I'm saying? Working people, 75%, 25% got money, 250,000 or above. You know what I'm saying? That's the cutoff. You no longer middle class, upper middle class. You making 250,000 a year. You made it. You part of them. The rest of us, 75%, struggling. So therefore, why would you support people that's trying to keep you enslaved? We need to be supporting the Democrats, because when you Google what have the Democrats done for the American people, it says healing the soul of America. Come on. So I don't care how immoral some of the stuff they do may be, because both sides do immoral stuff. But the Republicans' immoral stuff is to my detriment. The Democrats' immoral stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got to deal with the Lord on that. You deal with the Lord, because you can't make people be moral. Banning abortion and all of this stuff. You can't make people be moral. You can't make a man do right. You can only teach him what's right and then expect him to make the decision for himself, because he has to deal with the Lord as far as that's concerned. So y'all sitting up fighting the wrong fight. What we need to be talking about and discussing is this digital threat that we have in America. You know what I'm saying? Hackers and all of this stuff. And then when AI get combined with it, could you imagine if hackers started using AI? They'll break down every firewall. Come on. You need to put regulations on all of this stuff. And if you're not doing it, people in politics, you're part of the problem. Part of the problem. If you're not against it, you're complicit. That means you stand for it. Huh? Huh? How about that? See, the truth hurt. And I'm exposing you all. So, y'all keep watching this. Check it out.
Because if he loses, we know he knows what's going to happen to him. He is fighting a bare-knuckle fight for his own survival. That's why he brought in Chris LaCivita to be the campaign manager.
He going to jail if he lose. If he don't get that presidency, Trump going to jail. And he going to be somebody's miss. And he can't handle that because he a big punk.
Of being accused of sexual harassment, physical assault on women, and now Laura Loomer. If you don't know who Laura Loomer is, I'm going to be talking about her on today's show. Laura Loomer flew with Donald Trump to the debate on Tuesday. She has his ear. She is becoming the enforcer. There are several enforcers. Laura Loomer has put people on notice. Get with the game, or you're going to pay a heavy price, especially if you have a secret. Donald Trump is unleashing a civil war with it.
Oh, wow. I just figured it out. Trump is Homelander. You know what I'm saying? On the show The Boys from Prime. Trump is Homelander. And Firecracker is Laura Loomer. I don't know if y'all watch that show, but hey, you can learn a lot from watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's two things that you can learn in life. What to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Trump shows you what not to do. He's an idiot. But the show The Boys that's playing on Prime, yeah, that show is funny. And it's the typical Caucasian dude. You know what I'm saying? Think everybody's supposed to bow down to him. You know, he is quote unquote God, which I don't say God no more because knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? And once you know better, you're supposed to do better. So Jehovah is the entity's name. Jehovah. And Yah for short, for those who don't like to be long-winded, saying all those letters, want to shorten it up, God. You know, I just can't see him being associated with a dog. Because you turn God backwards and it's spelled dog. Nah, man. Nah. I don't know who it is you are associating yourself with, but I'm not associated with a dog. Not at all. So, as I was saying, Yah, amen. You turn it backwards. Hey! That's right. Get your attention. I'll let you know this is important. But, yeah, that's who Trump is. Trump is Homelander from The Boys on Prime. A big, snivelly, spoiled brat. That's all he is. Without the power, of course. Because we know superpowers is Hollywood. Made up, make-believe. Yeah. But a lot of stuff that go on, people actually do that. They actually feel that way. They actually act that way. They actually think like that. That's why you can learn a lot from watching TV. Because it can show you what to do in situations or what not to do. If it didn't work for them, you think it's going to work for you? Nah. Let's get back to this.
His own party right now is the final days of the Third Reich. He's Hitler in the bunker, and he doesn't care who he destroys. The message is clear. If I'm going down, I will take you all down with me. I need all hands on deck, nobody going off the reservation. And Lindsey Graham just found out the hard way yesterday. Trump felt Lindsey Graham acted way too cavalier about Donald's debate performance. Lindsey told reporters Tuesday night it was a disaster. Now, I'll tell you what Trump ordered Laura Loomer to do to Lindsey later on in the show. It's going to leave Lindsey Graham permanently rattled, and it's sending a message to everybody around Donald Trump. Get in line, get on board. The gloves are off. Do not say, I lost the debate. Do not say it. It's tantamount to saying I lost in 2020. Any Republican who says Trump lost is going to pay the ultimate price. And Lindsey Graham, because of Laura Loomer, paid the ultimate price yesterday on orders from Donald Trump. Nobody in the mainstream media wants to dignify what Laura Loomer did to Lindsey Graham. But I will show it to you. It got hard to find. It disappeared. But I have it. This is what happens when the gloves come off. More on this in a moment. Alabama voters begin getting their ballots in the mail today, and next week early voting begins in Pennsylvania, where the latest polling averages in this must-win state shows Harris leading Trump by 1 point. I'm going to be talking about Laura Loomer, and if we have time, I'm going to be talking about momentum, or as George Herbert Walker used to call it, the Big Mo. Some of you who are old enough to remember 1988. Instead of saying momentum, George Herbert Walker Bush used to say the Big Mo. And somebody's being accused of being the Big Mo on today's show. So, things in motion stay in motion, and then they snowball. Momentum. Kamala Harris has been leading Donald Trump for exactly 1 month in Pennsylvania. The polling averages for the past 30 days occasionally show them tied, but Trump has never been ahead of Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania, whereas Harris has spent most of the past 30 days leading in Pennsylvania, rarely tied. So it's razor thin, but this is good news. Again, not amazing news. Where it stands as of this morning, Harris is poised to repeat Joe Biden's electoral map win, but as of this morning, she'll do it with razor thin margins in some of these battlegrounds.
Hey, that don't matter.
More on
a
the
win is a
state
win.
of the race later on in the show, if we have time. After what is unanimously agreed to have been a disastrous debate performance Tuesday night, Donald Trump announced he will not debate Kamala Harris again. Campaigning in North Carolina on Tuesday,
I can imagine he will want to.
Averages now show her with a 1-point lead over Trump. Kamala Harris taunted Trump, telling the crowd that with so much at stake, he owes it to the American people to have another debate. She's still baiting him the way she did Tuesday night, and he always swallows it whole. She literally puts the belt in debate. Trump's ego will not be able to handle her accusing him of being afraid to debate. What do you think? Will he cave and debate? Let me know in the comments section. Vice President Harris ridiculed Trump's debate performance, especially that moment when Trump was asked what he would replace Obamacare with, and Trump said, quote, "I have concepts of a plan." Harris said through derisive laughs, "Concepts." And then she and the crowd laughed hysterically at Donald Trump's expense. He does not like this. He does not like
I know he was
getting
mad.
ridiculed, especially by a strong woman.
And he deserved it.
600,000 people.
That's how you treat a
donated to
child.
Harris's campaign.
That's how you get a child.
Immediately following
Get under his
the
skin.
debate where she brought in $47 million in one day. Trump isn't coming close, especially from small donors who have finally come to realize what their money is being spent on.
Can you say loser? Yeah, he a cheater.
Teamsters are making Harris
Spending your money on his stuff. He's a crook, a criminal, and that's who you want to support? That's who you want for president? You a fool. You an idiot if you want to put that man back in office.
Us for granted.
No, you a biased individual. Huh? And you probably don't like immigrants either. That's why you binding yourself with a chump like Trump.
Kamala Harris on Thursday. The American Postal Workers Union, another union of letter carriers, endorsed Kamala back in July. Donald Trump campaigned in Arizona on Thursday, where the polling averages show it tied with both Trump and Harris, each getting 48% of the vote. Exactly a month ago, Trump was leading Harris by 2 points. Momentum. Trump held a rally at the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall in Tucson, Arizona, Thursday. This prompted Linda Ronstadt to issue a heartfelt yet somewhat angry statement expressing how disappointed she is that a venue with her name on it would host such a horrible human being. Ronstadt accused Trump of ripping families apart at the border, creating, she said, both orphans and a humanitarian catastrophe. Linda Ronstadt then endorsed Kamala Harris, saying, quote, "I deplore Donald Trump's toxic policies, his hatred of women, immigrants, and people of
that
color,
N-word
his
gonna
criminality,
lose.
dishonesty,
He gonna lose.
and ignorance." She can sing. Wow. Can you imagine Linda Ronstadt saying something like that about you? A good rule of thumb is, how do I make sure Linda Ronstadt never says that about me?
Hello.
If Linda Ronstadt says she deplores you and your hatred of women, immigrants, and people of color, that she deplores your criminality, dishonesty, and ignorance, in the game of life, Donald Trump, you just officially lost. I never met Linda Ronstadt, but the thought of her despising me the way she despises Donald Trump. Seriously, if Linda Ronstadt said anything like that about me, I would see no reason to go on. I know a lot of people who've been getting out of bed each morning, heading off to do whatever they have to do in order to maybe one day meet Linda Ronstadt and have her smile with approval. Donald Trump is a failure. If Linda Ronstadt hates you, you are a failure. Meanwhile, the General Services Administration and the Election Assistance Commission now report that nearly 500,000 people registered to vote in the 24 hours following Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris for president. But
Come on now.
Donald Trump says he has Lee Greenwood. He should speak to a doctor about that.
Yeah.
I've got Lee Greenwood. Did you have Lee Greenwood before? Yeah, I came back. I need to be more diligent about washing down there. I don't want Lee Greenwood. Lee Greenwood is the reason I'm not proud to be an American. Lee Greenwood loves America so much, you can see that he turned the American flag into a jacket that he can decorate with his pit stains. That's how much he loves the flag our soldiers fought for. Such a patriot. During his speech in Arizona yesterday, Trump mocked the moderator of the ABC debate, David Muir, by asking the crowd, "What's with the guy's hair?" Oh, okay, Donald. Well, for one, unlike your hair, it doesn't need to be applied with a staple gun and 6 rolls of duct tape. See, Donald, his hair, maybe you forgot about this, but David Muir's hair grows up from underneath the skin. Donald Trump making fun of someone's hair is like Donald Trump calling someone stupid or fat or ignorant or dumb or a piece of human excrement. He is dung. Donald Trump is dung, and he's getting more dangerous. This is his final battle.
Come on, folks. Come on. This dude is nothing, okay? How could you support him? Why would you support him? No other reason except for being a bigot. A redneck, backwoods, hillbilly, ass can be mofo. That's the only person that would support him, because he's definitely not supporting you in anything he does. Do the research, people. The Republican Party has never done anything to help the American people. Ever. Any American. Don't let them lie to you. Do the research. You got a computer in your hand. Use it for something other than exploiting yourself. Putting up sexy videos and all that. Ignorant. That's how come they can pull this stuff over on y'all. Because you like a bunch of 5-year-olds. Really. In the mind. The way you think and the stuff that you do. It's like a child. You never grew up. It's time to grow up. It's time to get grown and mature and be able to enjoy the nicer things in life, which is what the Democrats bring. They bring the niceties of life, make it in your grasp instead of a carrot always dangled in front of your face. That's what the Republicans do. They make promises, but they empty promises. That's another one. Great Space Coaster. Donald Trump is MT Promises. Yeah. MT Promises. First name M, middle initial T, last name Promises. Say it with me. MT Promises. That's all you're going to get with the Republican Party. Period. Bunch of empty promises. Vote Democrat or you're going to regret it. You better bet it. You will regret it. Because if the Trump get back in office, oh man, he done said it. What he gonna do? And it ain't got nothing to do about benefiting you. Okay? Yeah, the Democrats may do some immoral stuff. Okay, who don't? But still, they're the only party for the people. So if we want to make some changes in this country, folks, we have to start there. Just get rid of the Republicans altogether. You know what I'm saying? One party, democracy, Democrats. Democracy, Democrats. I mean, it's common sense. For those who don't understand what common sense is, democracy, Democrats. Hello, Republican. That don't even sound right. This always bothered me, the name of that. Like, Republican. What's that all about? Standing for themselves. Bringing back slavery again. Republican. Bringing back slavery again. Pretty much. Wrong answer. Democrats, where it's at. Democrats is where it's at. No more in 24. We're done. Hey, check this out. I think that says it all. No more in 24. We want what we've been deserving. Whatever we make, double the rate. Whatever we make, double the rate. Whatever we make, double the rate. No taxes. Please. Trump talking about some no taxes on overtime. Boosh. If he could stop taxes on that, they should stop all taxes. Huh? If you can stop taxes on overtime, stop all taxes. Matter of fact, this is what it should be. You know what I'm saying? No tax. That's right. Give me my whole 40. I take my whole check home. But just like you do now when you go to the store, you pay tax on stuff, right? But not just the working man, every man. The foreign man, the tricking man, the hustle man, every man. Yeah. So get your tax money through purchases. Not on life necessities, but all that other stuff that people buy that you don't need, like blunts and liquor. 25% across the board. You know what I'm saying? 15% divided up into the government, and then that other 10% divide that up between the state and local. Straight up. Maybe local get 4% and the state get 6%, and then the FICA get maybe 4%. The other one get 4%. That equals 8, which leaves you with 7% for the federal. It ain't rocket science. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody pays taxes. No one escapes. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You want to impress me? Do it like that. But they'll never do that, because that means they would be paying taxes. Whenever they bought something, it'll be $1,250,000 for that 25%. Yeah. Now they spend $1 million. They might not even pay no tax on it at all. How unfair is that? Extremely unfair. Come on, people. The possibilities are endless of democratic rule. We just have to put the right people in office. So, you know what I'm saying? Once you get to this point, then maybe you'll listen to what I'm saying. Until next time. Peace.